Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for one of our latest webinars. I'm delighted to say that I've got Anna Short with me today. So Anna from Boom Marketing. I'll let you introduce yourself in a second, Anna. But we're going to talk about basically how to create a simple marketing plan. And Anna is the person to tell us about that. So do you want to quickly introduce yourself, Anna, before we kind of jump into it?
Yeah. So I'm Anna Short from Boom Marketing. I've worked in marketing for 26 years and I love the strategy and planning side of things and making marketing simple for small businesses. So this is going to give you a real good starter introduction towards getting a simple strategy down, because if you keep it simple, it makes it doable.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Anna. So anybody who's watching, if you've got any comments or questions as we're going through, please, do jump in and ask those. We're happy to take them. We are live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter today, and we'll be also putting this on our YouTube channel as an upload a bit later on. So it's going to be available for people to watch back as well. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. So I'll hand it over to you now, Anna, if you want to take over. And just to let everyone know, I'm going to be in charge of the slides here. So there's going to be a bit of a next slide, please, type moment. So due to some technical issues earlier, but I'm sure we'll get through it. Okay.
We will. Thank you. Okay, so as I said, we're going to do that initial introduction to creating a simple marketing strategy. This covers 5 main steps that we've discovered over all of our years within marketing that just help make it simple and doable. As a business, we all need to get and keep our customers no matter what. And me included in this, we all get overwhelmed with marketing. It's one of the most difficult areas that comes up time and time again in those conversations with business owners. So this is about giving you a predictable number of inquiries every single month. If you've got a strategy, you are creating more structure, more consistency that will result in predictable inquiries, rather than doing a bit of social media, doing a bit of networking and hoping and praying for the best every month. Lots of us have been there. So this is about you being able to market your business confidently with the right foundations in place. And this is one of the key tools that we use. So I'll take you through the 5 main steps that we cover. You've just got a little bit about me and Boom Marketing there to give you some background and show that we know what we're talking about and we know what we're doing, really, more than anything. We've got the qualifications, we've got the experience. We've worked with an enormous range of businesses over the years. And we take all of that now to live up to what we believe in, and that is that every business is unique and deserves a goal-led marketing strategy. Make your marketing work towards the goals of your business instead of going off trying all these things or trying to keep up with your competitors. It just helps things flow. It finds what's genuine and unique about your business, which then removes that sell that some people find themselves in and feel awkward. So let's get it flowing as naturally and as genuinely as possible. So next slide, please, Mike. So the first step that we take in creating a simple strategy is around that building up your story, the people buy from people side of things, getting to know a little bit about the business as well as the people. And this also helps you reflect on your background and those stepping stones that you've gone through to get to where you are today. So what's the history? What's the background of the business, the story behind it, the story behind the people in it, the strengths, the reason why you set up the business. Next, what industry do you feel that you're in? Sometimes our businesses fit into more than one industry. So which industry or industries do you feel your business fits into? What we've touched on this already. What are the skills and strengths of those people involved in the business? Because that's normally where there is that little nugget of gold, and that holds what's unique about your business through its people very often. homing in on those strengths, and then looking at your customers. What type of customers have you got at the moment? What type of customers do you want in the future? Is there a gap there? What's your favorite customer look like? Who have you done the best work with? What's your favorite type of work? So get all of that down, and you'll see that this slide opens up with that right the first thing that comes into your mind. So it is don't overthink this. Quick fire. First thoughts, get it down on paper, what comes into your head, because if you sit overthinking it, you're not going to do it. So you can jot down the first things and you can always come back to it afterwards. And then price and quality levels. Do your price and quality levels sit at high, medium, or low? Do they match? Is there a mismatch? Is there a reason for that? Where does it sit at the moment? Where do you want to sit it in the future going forwards? Processes. Have you got any marketing processes in place? Have you got any sales processes? Have you got any business processes at all? So just noting down what key processes you've got in place at the moment, and if you haven't got any, what you're going to start with, what are the priorities there around that getting and keeping your customers. And then finally, what are the sources of business? Where's your main business coming from at the moment? Where do you get most of that from? So note those down. If it's referrals, word of mouth, networking, or you've got some advertising in place, note down those sources. Okay, so once you've pulled all that together, that starts to build up that picture on your background story, and then leads us nicely into what's that bigger picture around your business. This is about us looking towards the future, which isn't always easy to do. But do you know what? We can all dream, so we can all have a vision. And it is that if there were no obstacles in your way and money was no object and you could do absolutely everything that you wanted to do with your business, what would it look like in 5 years' time? What would be that ultimate vision for you, the dream? So note down what that would look like and put some metrics against it. So you might want your turnover to be X amount within 5 years. You might want to have business premises. You might want to have more than one office. You might want to have X number of people working for you within specific operational areas. So note those down as that big vision, that big picture thinking. And then from there, what are the goals for the next 12 months? So this is what I'm working towards. It's that pick yourself up and put yourself down 12 months down the line. This is what you will have. So, what are the top 3 goals that you will have this time next year? And put the measurement against it. So if you want a certain amount of new customers, write down how many. If you want to do a certain number of webinars, or you want to work on cross-selling and upselling to your current customers, put values and numbers on those things. As you build up that vision and those 12-month goals, that gives you your focus of what you're aiming towards. And you can also share that with other people that are involved in the business, whether it's those that work directly with you as employees, or your partners, people you collaborate with, suppliers. It helps to get everybody on the same page and understand what you're working towards. And that really pulls everybody together as a team then. And then finally, what are the values that the people within the business bring through into it? Quite often, it comes from the people side of things. So what are the main key values that are really important to the people within the business, that are also really important to your customers, to everybody that you work with and get involved with? What are those values that you want everyone to know and feel about your business? Okay, next slide. Step 3, reflecting on your current marketing activities. So every marketing activity that you do at the moment, social media, networking, if it's advertising, blogs, website updates, if you do bids and tenders, all of those things, get them noted down in that column headed marketing activity, and just jot down the main actions that you do alongside that activity, and then look back the past 6 months, the past 12 months, what results have you had from it? Because that's what it all boils down to. What's working for you, what's not working for you, what's worth improving, and what's worth carrying on doing. So note down what results you've had off the back of those activities, and then it gives your head room to think around, how can I improve that? How can I make it better? Is it, if it's worth making it better? What do I do more of? So I always think stop, start, continue. It's something that I picked up at the Co-op Bank that they used to use a lot, and I love the number 3. So the stop, start, continue works wonders in that, just helping you do the quick thinking. So yeah, get all your activities down, your results, and know what you think you can improve, and have those conversations with people like me or anybody else involved in marketing, and gather their ideas around those improvements as well. Okay, so on to step 4, please, Mike. So on step 4, this is about pulling out what really does make you different. What's going to set you apart from everybody else? There's lots of other marketers in the world. They're not me though. And they're not going to, they're not going to have a focus on doing simple strategies and action plans like I do and what we do at Boo. So, we're all very different. We've all got our strengths. We've all got our areas of focus. We've all got different things that we have got a passion for within our own areas of expertise. So it's about pulling that out. So what are your main products and services that you are providing? And, quite often, when we're in the early stages of business, we'll go all out. So we're kind of doing all these different things and we've not got a main focus. So sometimes it's about what stage are you at, and have you got a primary focus yet? Or did you start with a primary focus? And what's your secondary focus? What are the nice additional products and services that you provide? This is about you establishing what you most want to be known for, in line with what you're really good at and what you enjoy doing. Have you got any packages? Do you package up those products and services in any way? So noting that down, again, it gets you thinking around, well, what packages do people want? Are we giving what people want, or have we just come up with what we think they need? And then start digging into those. What are the unique features and benefits of your products, your services, of your people in how you do things? Like I've mentioned already, it's the people side of things that normally holds that nugget in what you do differently and in a very unique way that then adds value to your business. So anything that's unique and beneficial to the customer in what they receive by way of service or product, note that down. And then note down how you add value to your customers with the products and services that you provide. It's one thing selling something to somebody, and that, that's just a transaction, but it's that, and what are the extra things you do? And sometimes what comes naturally to us, we forget about those nice little added extras without even realizing. So ask people, ask your customers, ask those that know you, that will give you an honest opinion about all those added extras, that added value that you will be providing naturally without even realizing it. And then back this up with evidence. And by backing it up with evidence, that is like testimonials, reviews, case studies, not what you say about yourself and your business. It's about what everybody else is saying about it. So, share those independent reviews share those case studies and what other people are saying about you. Okay, on to the next slide, the fifth and final step. So this is about looking at your target markets. Who are they? Note down, are they male? Are they female? What age bracket do they tend to fall in? Where are they? Where are they located? Do you just stick to certain regions within the UK? Are you UK wide? Do you do Europe? Note down. And what social platforms do they hang out on? What do they get up to in the spare time? What are they interested in? They might be interested in listening to podcasts, well-being, personal development, reading the papers. So it just starts to build a picture up of what your people look like. And this is about who are your main target audiences, not anyone and everyone. That, where are the common themes coming through for your business at the moment, where you seem to be picking up certain types of customers, and finding that common ground so that you can start really talking into specific target audiences' challenges, how you make their life easier. And then you'll see we've got these 3 columns here. So once you know who your target audience is, you can find out from them, or you'll already know some of this, what their main challenges are. What do they say to you when you have those initial conversations? Why have they come to you in the first place? So note down those main challenges that come about from those initial conversations you have with your target audiences. And then note down the specific solution that you provide them with, how you solve that challenge, that problem, how you make their life easier. And once you've done that, you can then start to create a message really easily that talks into that challenge. So what do they need to be hearing from you in their language, not in your internal language and whatever jargon you use? It's got to be about the customer's language. So I'm trying to, I'll get people coming to me saying, I've no structure. My marketing's not happening every month. I know I need to be doing it every month. I don't know where to start. So when somebody comes to you with a challenge like that, it's kind of taking the words of their challenge and creating that message using the challenge directly. So you are talking back to them in their language about their challenge in a way that addresses the benefits that you're providing. So, my message around that would be something like, I can give you the starting point and make your marketing simple. So it is an art, but you jot those challenges down and you use that for the starting point of your message. You're talking in the customer's language. So that is an introduction to the 5 main steps that if you start with those in creating a simple marketing strategy, you've got a really good basis from which to move forwards from. I'm happy to share the presentation, and if you want to have a go at that and then have a chat with me and talk through it, more than happy to do that as well. We've got workshops coming up in the near future where you can go more in depth with these 5 steps to get that solid strategy in place, and frame your thoughts. So there's a few ways to connect with us noted on this last slide here, but I am always happy to help and answer any questions that you've got. That's me, Anna Short from Boom Marketing, making marketing simple. Thank you.
Well, firstly, that's brilliant. Thank you, Anna. So one of my observations, I know we've called this about a simple marketing strategy. I think you could substitute the word simple and change it for focused.
Yeah. Yes.
And I think that's kind of important for people. Yeah, it's simple. I suppose it's not simple. Nothing's really simple to do, but having it as focused, and then the benefit of being relatively brief in these areas is how easy it is to change and update as your business changes and update. Would that be fair?
Definitely. When you create your strategy, that's just your starting point. It's a living, breathing document that grows and develops with your business. And you're right, Mike. A strategy is about gaining that focus for your business so that everybody as a team is working towards that focus and those goals. So, yeah, and we will always say the strategy creates the focus, the plan, the monthly action plan creates the action behind the focus to make it all happen every single month so that your marketing is working towards the goals of your business directly.
I'm sorry, did you lose me for a second there, Anna?
Just for a moment, but I carried on.
No, sorry about that. It's lost all the comments that people have made. But anyway, I'm making notes of quite a lot of people asking about the slide, which obviously you've already mentioned. So we can share that with people as well. I think there was a question about kind of how do you know what your audience are looking for?
Ask them, do your research, go to the customers that you've already have. If if you're at that point where you've had a good number of customers come through, just talk to them more. It not only helps develop your relationship, it helps you be able to shape your business and products and services in line with their needs even more, because we're always learning, and every single year we learn so much more about our businesses. But one of the biggest areas of value and development and competitive advantage is in that having conversations with your potential customers and your customers to really learn about what they need help with.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's like I said, I've seen quite a lot of comments about the slide, so we'll get that to people as well, and then various other questions. Lots of people saying how useful it was as well. And sorry, all the comments have now gone from my screen after my little brief exit, so I can't bring them up on screen.
Don't worry.
The wonders of technology, but we can see all those, and I can go back on them as well on the LinkedIn and various other platforms. I think the one question I had as well is about that. How important is it having that second eye on what you do? Because especially when it's your own business, you get very much lost in the reality, not the reality of it, but you get so it matters so much to you that maybe you don't always see the wood for the trees, to use that phrase. Do you think that's fair? And having a totally independent person just to scan over what you do, how useful that is.
Oh, definitely. Getting other people involved and collaborating with people in lots of different ways is so important. And lots of us have been employed and then set up our own businesses. And you'll know from whether you've been an employee or as a business owner that you do just get caught up in that day-to-day stuff, and you're looking internally. And you're just focused on the bits that you're doing. So having somebody come in that sees that bigger picture around the marketing piece to show you a full range of activities that are going to be suitable for the people in the business as well as right for the business can really turn things around. When we help people, we are taking that step back with them and involving them from the outset in helping them see that bigger picture, which they won't have seen, and the ideas and opportunities that can come up by just doing that step back and getting some insights around it. It really highlights the opportunities that you might not have seen for your business, and just how you structure things and approach things, and is your proposition right? Is it simple? Because sometimes we've kind of got all these different offerings and people just get lost with it, don't they? So sometimes it's just about, let's just add a bit of structure around that and work in the threes. What's our low level offering? What's our medium level offering? And what's our all singing, all dancing high level offering? So streamline things. I'm just going to read this
You're going to
question
read
now.
the question, yeah. So one question I have seen on my screen from Luke. So thank you, Luke, for putting this in. So Luke's asked about what advice you'd have when diversifying your target market. As you can see, they're predominantly working in the NHS, but things are changing. So looking at diversifying, so obviously maybe they don't know who the new customers are at the moment. So is any
Oh,
good
there's
advice
loads
on
of
that?
opportunities for you there, Luke. So, you're on that public sector side of things. This is about how you start venturing into the private sector side of things in line with healthcare, and also homing in on the wellbeing opportunities that, you will know are enormous at the moment. So it would be very much reflected on where you're at the minute, what work you've been doing with your target markets at the moment, and how that is transferable into other types of businesses on that private sector side as well. And I'm more than happy to have a chat with you, because I've got that experience around the public and private sector, so I can probably give you some pretty quick tips from the outset there.
Oh, well, that's a very kind offer. I'm sure Luke appreciates that. So thank you very much, Hannah. Yeah, so I mean, just finally to finish off, Hannah, if obviously if anyone wants to get hold of you and find out a bit more, I know you kind of covered it briefly, but just to kind of say it again, what's the best ways of contacting you and finding out a bit more about what you do?
Yeah, so you can go to our website, which is boo-marketing.co.uk. It's being updated at the moment, so it's not great. It will be better. And the other main route is on LinkedIn. That will give you, there are examples of work on there. There are recommendations from people. There's an overview. So it will give you a feel for me, and sort of what carries through into Boo Marketing as a business, and how we work with you more than anything, in providing that ongoing support, as well as giving you some key tools. Excellent, Luke. I look forward to chatting with you.
Yep, thought I'd put that on the screen to finish. So thank you very much for that, Anna, and obviously thank you for everyone for watching. So the if you've watched this live, this will still be on LinkedIn and various other platforms. Like I said, we're going to add it to our YouTube page as well. If you haven't watched it live and you watched it afterwards, and you maybe do have a question for Anna, please let us know. Either obviously, I'm sure Anna would be happy to take that directly, or if you come to us as well, more than happy to field that and pass that on to Anna. So yeah, and as I said, we'll make a recording available on the YouTube page in the next couple of hours or so. So finally, everyone, thank you everyone for watching, but and also thank you very much, Anna, for that. I think there's obviously from the comments and the questions, I think there's quite a few people who's got some real benefit from that. So that's great to see.
Good. We always want some value out of the time we spend watching these things, don't we?
We certainly do, so thank you very much, and I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.